Alright, welcome to this real quick episode of DB's Kombat School. We're going to show you how to deal with skeletons when you're just starting out and you got an inventory that looks like what I've got here and you don't have any armor. How do you win against a skeleton? I'm going to show you right now. So, first order of business, you got to choose your way to fight. So I'm going to have him here. So if he tries to backpedal, he's got to come up against all these obstacles. That's going to help me out. Let's get rid of this dark time. And I'm going to show you my difficulty. So I am on Minecraft 121 on difficulty normal. Alright, so we're going to summon a skelly. Alright, now before I summon him, let's make sure that I have my sword selected. Okay, that's important. I gotta have my sword selected, or I'm going to end up having some problems. I guess I can just type in S, that'll make it easier. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to jump and hit. Now, because he was in sunlight, he died a little quicker, so let's go under the trees for a little better. But you saw what I did there. I jumped, I hit. You don't just keep doing this. If you keep wiggling your mouse like this, you're not doing yourself any good. You jump and hit, jump and hit. Or if you can't do the jump and hit, you just go forward and hit, side to side and hit. If you were an old Quake player, you would do this. This is very effective if you want to avoid people that are firing arrows at you. Alright, let's go somewhere shady and test out this again. Okay, so we're going to do it one more time. This time we're right here in the dark and we're going to summon the skeleton and he's going to try to backpedal. These trees are going to catch him up and he'll be in the shade, so I'll have to fight him at full health. There we go. Alright, now he kind of got away from me and got into the sunlight, so let's try one more time. And then I want to show you how to dodge his arrows a little bit. Now, I am not by any means a very good as far as combat. This is just stuff that I've learned over the years of playing. Maybe I'm better than I think I am, but I don't want to be prideful and say that I'm all that good, because I'm probably not. But I'm giving you the idea of how you're supposed to fight these guys. Alright, so let's try this again, because I want to make sure the skeleton cannot get burnt. So I've set the time today. I've hollowed out this kind of little cave here that I can control. That's the other thing you want to keep in mind when you're fighting. You want to have what the police and the military call situational awareness. So while you're fighting, whatever it is you're fighting, keep an eye around you to see that there's not a creeper sneaking up on you, for example, because 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to die. If you get panicky, if you don't think, if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, you're going to end up getting killed. So here we go, one more time to fight this skeleton. We fought a couple already. You've seen me kill them without any armor at all, but now I have no advantage here because once he's summoned in here, he's got all the advantages. So we'll see how far we get. And there you go. That is proof that you can do this without armor. Simple stone sword. I've also beat him with an axe. Simple jump and hit. And you saw me do a little bit of strafing. And that's an old, if you used to play Quake or old first-person shooters term. Let's show you that one more time. That was a pretty good fight. But hopefully by this you can see how to handle a skeleton when you're just starting out in your new world. Maybe you haven't played survival before, maybe it's been a long time and you're on normal mode. You're not playing like on hard difficulty. This is how you go about defeating it, and we'll close the video with me attempting this with no armor and hard difficulty, and I'm pretty sure I'll die. I'm not quite, I don't think, good enough to handle a skeleton on hard difficulty, but we'll see. So let's go in here, we'll do one more. I want to show a little more strafing if I can get my mind to think. I got a little panicky myself there. So I almost died there because I was getting panicky and wiggling the sword like this, and that's not going to do you any good when he's getting away from you. You gotta think clear. It's very easy to get panicky, even for me here. And you gotta calm down and relax and stop panicking and get close, because he's going to try to get away from you. And then you gotta do the shock and awe, which is the jump hit, just like that. Jump hit. But hopefully that shows you now how to defeat a skeleton in your first night in your world. You're not going to be able to defeat more than one at a time. You've got to watch for other mobs coming up to defend him or whatever they do, but you know how mobs act. You're fighting one mob and all of a sudden you got 10 more on you. That's going to kill you quick. So this is how you defeat just a simple one-on-one fighting with a skeleton that popped out of a cave or something, and the same rules apply for a zombie and a creeper, but with the zombie and creeper you don't have to strafe as much. You can still strafe around if you want, but I never find it really necessary. Just a couple of jump hits and those are pretty much done. So hope this has helped you out. Let's do a bonus hardcore, see how long I live. I expect that I will die quickly. It'll be interesting to see if these rules apply to hardcore or not. Let me get all of my health up here. Okay, so we're going to summon a skeleton here on hard. It'll probably come in with an enchanted bow. If it does, we're pretty much hosed. But we will do the best that we can, because the problem is if it even gets one hit, it can pretty much one-shot you on hard mode and hardcore type gameplay style, but we'll see what we can do. I'm curious to pit myself against a skelly. Alright, so you can even do it on hard mode. You just gotta hit them hard as quick as possible, but without getting panicky and doing this. Let's do one more. I want to push my luck and see how far I can take it. One more tip. Do not lose sight of your opponent. You lose sight of your opponent and they get an extra hit on you, that's it, you're done. I delayed and I lost sight and I almost got panicky again there. But hey, we can do this on hard mode. So there you go, you've seen that on normal, you've seen that on hard. That is how you defeat an opponent with no armor, basic tools. The hardest opponent you're going to fight at the beginning of the game when you start your new survival world is the skeletons, and now you know how to survive them. And if you're lucky, what you're going to get after you fought and defeated a couple of them, you'll see that I have down here a bow and I have a couple of arrows, and that makes things a lot easier because then you can just hit them with that a couple of times and keep your distance. Of course you can use a shield, and I still today even use a shield, but I've been veering away from it. Shield requires iron. What if you don't have any iron on your first night? I just wanted to show you how to do this without all those kind of materials. That's how you do it. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next video.